Pain-wise, I'm doing great. I just have some soreness in my pelvis, and it'll be worse depending on like how much I'm doing and getting up and walking and things like that. Like this morning, I actually got myself ready for the day for the first time since my surgery. I mean, like I've showered every day and that's been fine, but today like actually did my makeup and all that. So, um, I noticed I was a little bit more sore this morning just because I was on my feet a little bit longer to do that. But it's still not bad. I wouldn't say it's like anything comparable to like what period cramps are or anything like that. So very bearable. I am still taking ibuprofen more just to keep the inflammation down. And I think that that does help. But I'll probably quit taking that here in the next few days. I only took Percocet for the first 3 days after my surgery. I just have a weird reaction to Percocet. It doesn't give me hives or a rash or anything, but I'll itch when I take it, and it's really annoying. And um, it just gives me anxiety and almost like heart palpitations, and like my breathing would be labored, and it made it hard to sleep. And so I really did not feel good. So once the benefit of pain relief was not outweighing the other side effects from the Percocet, I just quit taking it. And I've been fine ever since. But yeah, I would say the worst of my pain hasn't necessarily been from the surgery itself. It's been more the shoulder and neck pain from the gas bubbles that you can get after abdominal or laparoscopic surgery. And just, you know, your bowels waking up from the anesthesia. It takes a few days, you know, and there's a lot of discomfort and pain. You know, you can get constipation and gas and things like that. And that was kind of a rough go for like 4 days. And then day 5 is when I noticed a significant improvement in everything. Day 5 was just when I was like, oh, I felt like I was over the worst of it. So yeah, I'm doing really well in that way. Very minimal pain. And then I mentioned in my surgery day video that I thought I had bit my lip while I was under anesthesia because my lip was swollen and like puffy and numb. But I don't know if that's actually what happened because my lip is still numb. Like from here to here, this whole area is just numb. And I mean, I've bitten my lip before and I never had it go numb for a week, you know, but maybe, I don't know. But I don't know if there was something else that happened while they were like putting in the oxygen tube or what. I don't know. And then also, just for any other women that are prone to cold sores like I am, so anytime I'm under a lot of stress, or if there's a big diet change, or anytime I'd have hormonal fluctuations, I would be more prone to getting cold sores. And I did this past week. I got a couple of them. And that's normal for me, even after like C-sections or, you know, things like that, where your hormones are kind of going crazy. You know, after you have a kid, your hormones are adjusting. So yeah, I got a couple of these. So anybody that's prone to them with the hormonal fluctuations that come from surgical menopause and the stress from surgery, and you're eating food in the hospital that you're not used to, and it can provoke them. So just kind of forewarning, I guess. More than anything, I just have a lot of exhaustion, which I feel like will probably be the case for weeks to come. But that's my biggest thing. Like the things that I used to do with no problem, like getting ready for the day, like I'm just totally exhausted by the end. So hopefully that'll get better with time, but that's definitely my biggest problem. My incision was just at my belly button. It was a single site, robotic laparoscopic procedure. And bruising showed up about 3 days after the surgery. And it's still there. I'll post a picture. And the stitches are holding up well. The glue is still there, but there's no pain. I don't really have any, like if I like accidentally brush up against it or something, I might be like, oh, that's tender, you know, but just generally I don't feel anything there. So. So I'm actually sleeping really good. I'm getting like 7 hours of sleep a night. I'm sleeping deep. I'm waking up feeling rested and refreshed. I guess as rested and refreshed as you can feel a week after surgery. But I really am sleeping good. The first few nights were rough. You know, like I said, I wasn't sleeping good while I was taking Percocet. Just the anxiety that it gave me, and I just didn't feel good. And then for the first few nights, the abdominal pain and discomfort made it hard to get comfortable. But for the last few nights, it's been totally fine. I'm just sleeping like normal, like I always have. 7 hours is normal for me. So I will say I get night sweats at night, and it's only for like the first half of the night. But I'm not convinced that it's surgical menopause because this happened to me with my 3 C-sections too. Um, which I think even then it was partly hormones. You know, when you have a baby, your hormones, go kind of crazy for a week or two as they adjust. And, I'm sure after having your ovaries removed, your body's going through an adjustment too. Even with hormone replacement therapy, there's still a lot of adjusting going on. So I think that it's that. And I think just after you have a surgery, your body's just trying to purge itself of all of the anesthesia and the pain medications and things like that. So I don't know. Time will tell. If I'm still experiencing it after 2 weeks, then I might want to look into adjusting my hormone replacement therapy, But as of right now, I think that it's just kind of what I've experienced in the past. So we'll see. But even then, I'm still sleeping really good. I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, oh my gosh, my shirt is soaked. But I go back to sleep, and by the time I wake up, I'm dry and it's fine. So, yeah, I'm sleeping good. Can't complain. Even though I'm in surgical menopause, I don't really feel like I'm in surgical menopause. With the hormone replacement, the estrogen that I'm taking, it really helps to alleviate any symptoms, and I actually feel quite normal. I did up my estrogen to 2 milligrams instead of one. I just think that where I'm in my 30s, my body just requires more estrogen than a woman in her 40s, 50s or 60s would need. And I did notice that I started feeling better, but it wasn't necessarily that symptoms went away. I just felt better. So, so that definitely helps. But hormonally, I feel like I actually feel better than ever. Um, so according to my app, that's no longer relevant, my new cycle was supposed to start today, and usually the week before a new cycle, it can be kind of rough. I can have the mood swings, irritability, just being irrational at times or easily offended. I'd get headaches. I might not sleep as good. And then I would crave like sugar and carbs like crazy. And I had none of that this past week. I had no headaches, no mood swings. I feel happy. I feel normal and stable. Like I feel like me. Like I don't feel like I'm a prisoner to my hormones anymore. Like I used to the week before my period. I felt like something else had taken over, my hormones. But it's been a good week. And like I said, even the cravings, and I try to eat really healthy, but I have a sweet tooth, and the week before my new cycle, I would just crave carbs and sugar so bad. And I haven't had that at all. Like I don't have I could not care. I could not care less. It's neither here nor there for me, whether I eat sugar or carbs or whatever. So that's been really nice, like to just feel like myself and to not feel like I'm at the mercy of my hormones anymore. It actually feels like a huge relief. And I can almost feel my brain and body. It's almost like they're sighing this. It's like a sigh of relief. Like even they can feel it. It's just my body feels like it can just like relax and just breathe. I don't have ovarian cysts anymore. My anemia should go away, and I don't have the fluctuations that I used to have. And it honestly feels quite nice. Now, for this one, I have to say both. So, I weighed myself the morning of my surgery, and I really didn't feel like stepping on the scales, or I don't even know if I would have been able for the first few days. But on day 3 after my surgery, I did finally weigh myself and found that I had put on 6 pounds since the morning of my surgery. And don't ask me how that's possible. I don't know. They give you a lot of fluids when you're in the hospital, so I'm sure that I was retaining some of that. And then just swelling from the surgery itself. And then, I mean, I guess I have been snacking a lot, and then I've basically been on bed rest for the past week. So yeah, I somehow gained 6 pounds in 3 days. But the good news is that I've already lost 4 of those. So this is day 7, and I weighed myself on day 3. So in the last 4 days, I've basically lost a pound a day. And so, and that's not trying or anything. I literally think my body's just like releasing all the fluids and, you know, all that good stuff. So you might initially put on some weight, but as long as you're eating healthy and, you know, not overeating, I know it's hard, you're just sitting around, you get bored, but as long as you're just, you know, eating healthy and, I don't know, just taking care of yourself, then the weight should naturally come off on its own. Now, long term, I have no idea. As I do more update videos, I'll let you know. But hopefully all the weight will come off and stay off. I can imagine that when you have this surgery, like a woman's reproductive system is like constantly going, you know, like it's, I'm sure it takes a lot of energy. And so to have that entire system removed, that's a lot of energy that your body no longer has to expend, you know? So I don't know how that's going to work in the long term. I'm sure my metabolism will drop, and I'll need to just maybe be more careful about what I eat and how much, and to make sure that I'm exercising and just taking care of myself. But yeah, as of right now, I'm just 2 pounds heavier than I was pre-op, and I feel like that, you know, as long as I'm careful and taking care of myself, that'll come off in time. And but I will keep you guys updated on how that struggle goes. And now I finally get to do this. I'm sure every woman that knows how expensive these are probably just had a mini heart attack. I'm just kidding. These are going to a friend. So that's it for my 1 week post-op video. Thank you for watching.